Now we are discussed elastic moduli. Already we are discussed, we are learned about the stress strain curve. In this stress strain curve, between proportional limit from point O to point A and elastic limit point A to point B. So it is consist when the deforming force, the load is removed, what happens? It is regain original shape. So but in proportional limit, it's obey the Hooke's law, that is the stress is directly proportional to the strain. The stress equals to proportional to constant, we can take K into strain. So K equals to stress by strain. This K is called the elastic moduli or elastic modulus, or it is also called the modulus of elasticity. So this, it is found in the characteristics of the material. So modulus of elasticity is depend upon the material. Okay, so it is depend upon the material. So what is the material? Steel is consist different modulus of elasticity. So this modulus of elasticity is three types. So these are first Young modulus, Young modulus. Second one Young's modulus, shear modulus. Third one bulk modulus. Okay, so Young's modulus, shear modulus, bulk modulus. Young modulus is denoted as Y and shear modulus is denoted with capital G and bulk modulus is denoted with B. So now we can detailed explain about Young modulus. So Young modulus is denoted with capital Y. So here for Young modulus we can consider a cylinder. The cylinder initial length is capital L. When the force, the load, the deformation force is applied, F force is perpendicular to each other and opposite direction. So what happens? It is stretched, it is enlarged. Such type of stress is called the tensile stress. So the force is perpendicular to the surface of the area and opposite direction, equal magnitude opposite direction. So it is compressive, like compressive, the size is decreases. Such type of stress is called the compressive stress. Okay, tensile stress and compressive stress is termed as longitudinal stress. Longitudinal stress equals to force, okay, restoring force by area. So this longitudinal stress is denoted sigma. Sigma equals to force by area. So this is equation number 1. And longitudinal strain is denoted epsilon equals to, so elongation or compressive, okay, change in length by original length. So this is equation number 2. So Young's modulus of the material is defined as, so Young modulus is defined as the ratio of longitudinal longitudinal stress to the longitudinal strain is called as Young's modulus. Young's modulus or Young's moduli. So Young's modulus y equals to, so longitudinal stress divided by longitudinal strain. Okay, so what is longitudinal stress? Force by area divided by delta L by L. So that equals to force by area into L by delta L. So y equals to F into L divided by A into delta L. So this is about the Young's modulus. Young's modulus y equals to force into length, original length, divided by A into delta L. So here units for Young's modulus. SI units for Young's modulus. Longitudinal stress is nothing but Newton for meter square. Okay, Newton for meter square. Longitudinal strain is consist no units. So then the SI units of Young modulus is Newton for meter square, or it is take pascals. Okay, Pascal, 1 Pascal equals to 1 Newton for meter square. And the dimensional formula is m power 1 L power minus 1 T power minus 2. So this is the dimensional formula. And the Young's modulus is for different materials. We can take, so for example, the substances steel, okay, aluminium and copper. Okay, aluminium, copper and steel. So Young's modulus is in into 10 to the power of 9 Newton per meter square. So it is take for steel is consist 200 and aluminium is 70 and copper is 120. Okay, here steel is more Young's modulus, aluminium is less and copper in between 120 into 10 to the power of 9 Newton per meter square. So again given, so iron is 190 and bone it is tensile 16 and compressive strain so it is 9. So here steel, so for steel, for example, so we can take steel. For steel, so the change in length 0.1 centimeter square, the area is 0.1 centimeter square. Change in length area is by 0.1%. The force required is 2000 newtons. Okay, for steel, so the area is increases, the length is increases by area is 0.1 centimeter square. So is 0.1%. Then the force required force for the steel is 2000 newtons. For aluminium it is 690 newtons. Okay, so aluminium is only 690 newtons. For copper it is 1100 newtons. For copper is 1100 newtons it is required. So more, okay, more Young modulus, more force required to enlarge, okay, to enlarge the wire. Okay, it is enlarged or compressed, more force is, more restoring force is required. So this is about elastic modeling and Young modulus. Okay, here steel is consist 200 into 10 to the power of 9 Newton per meter square. Young modulus is required, the force is 2000 newtons. So the area is increased and the length is increased by 0.1 centimeter, area is increases. So for here, for this reason, so elastic region, okay, elastic property for steel is more than copper. Okay, it is more than copper and aluminium, brass and iron, like that. So it is for this reason that steel is preferred in heavy duty machines and structural design. Wood, bone and concrete and brass, glass have rather small Young modulus. So here steel is used for buildings and bridges and also heavy duty machines used because it is consist Young modulus is more, so more elastic property. Next we are discussing shear modulus. We have learned about the shearing strain and shearing stress. Okay, here shearing stress is denoted as sigma s equals to restoring force by area. So the force is, so it is denoted as F by A, and shearing strain, okay, shearing strain equals to delta x by L. L is the original length, delta x is the displacement, okay, displacement from original position. So shearing modulus is defined as the ratio of shearing stress to be corresponding shearing strain. Okay, the ratio of shearing stress to the corresponding shearing strain is called as shear modulus. Okay, shear modulus is denoted as, so G equals to sigma s by shearing strain So here sigma s is nothing but F by A divided by shearing strain delta x by L, that equals to F by A into L by delta x. So this is G equals to F into L by A into delta x. So this is shearing modulus. It is also called the modulus of rigidity. So G is called as modulus of rigidity. Okay, modulus of rigidity. So from this equation, here shearing strain is also taken theta. So here theta is very less, tan theta equals to theta is approximately equals to theta. So then G equals to F by A divided by theta. Okay, shearing strain is theta. So then G equals to F by A into theta. So this is also expression for the modulus of rigidity or shear modulus. So here the shear strain, from this equation, shear strain is shearing strain sigma s equals to, okay, here shearing strain sigma s equals to G into theta. So this is also expression for shearing, okay, shearing strain. So that is shearing stress. Here shearing stress sigma s equals to G into theta. Okay, so for shearing stress or shear modulus, it is shear modulus G, units of G is Newton per meter square, or it is Pascal, because shearing strain has no units. So then the units of G, modulus of rigidity units are Newton per meter square or Pascal. Okay, dimensional formula also. Dimensional formula is m power 1, L power minus 1, T power minus 2. This is the dimensional formula for the modulus of rigidity. And some materials have modulus of rigidity. Aluminium is 25, brass 36. It is given in the table in textbook. So here the shear modulus is very less than Young modulus. So here the Young modulus, okay, Young modulus equals to 3 times of shear modulus, or it is also taken shear modulus G equals to Young modulus by 3. Most of the metals is approximately, it is approximately equals to y equals to 3g, or g equals to y by 3. So this is about shear modulus. Okay, next third topic, that is bulk modulus. Okay, elastic modulus, modulus of elasticity. Third one is bulk modulus. Bulk modulus is related with volume. Okay, So for example, we can take a glass tumbler, a ball is immersed in liquid, so that is in a liquid. So a solid is immersed in liquid. So what happens? The high pressure, under pressure, the pressure or the force, okay, the force is applied force is all directions. The applied force is all directions. The force is applied on all directions. What happens? The volume is decreased. When the volume is decreased, so here it is, the shape cannot change. But the volume is decreased. So such type of stress is called hydraulic stress. Such type of strain is called volume strain. Already we know that hydraulic stress so it is denoted with P equals to restoring force, inner restoring force by area, and hydraulic strain or volume strain equals to delta V by V, change in volume by original volume. So hydraulic strain. Okay, here bulk modulus is nothing but the ratio of hydraulic stress to the corresponding hydraulic strain is called bulk modulus. Okay, this bulk modulus is denoted with B. So B equals to, so hydraulic stress is nothing but P by hydraulic strain is delta V by V. Okay, so here negative sign is taken. So why it is taken negative sign? Negative sign is taken, so when the pressure is under pressure, the hydraulic stress, when pressure is applied, the force is applied, what happens? The pressure is positive pressure or positive force is applied. The here only volume is decreases. The decreases denoted with negative sign. Okay, the volume is decreases. So but bulk modulus is positive. So this is about the bulk modulus. So bulk modulus of some materials, here bulk modulus B equals to minus P by delta V by V. So then the units of SI units of bulk modulus is Newton per meter square or Pascal. Okay, the dimensional formula is it is m power 1 L power minus 1 T power minus 2. So this is the dimensional formula. So next, the reciprocal of bulk modulus is called the compressibility. So here compressibility compressibility K equals to reciprocal of bulk modulus. So K equals to, it is also denoted K equals to minus 1 by delta P into here delta V by V. Okay, so the fraction it is defined as from this equation K equals to compressibility K equals to 1 by B. Okay, reciprocal of bulk modulus K equals to minus 1 by delta P into delta V by V. From this equation it is defined as the fraction of change. Okay, it is defined as the fractional change in the volume for unit increase pressure. Okay, the fractional change in volume with per unit increase of pressure, it is called the compressibility. So here bulk modulus is more for solids, that is metals, and than liquids than gases. So then the reciprocal of bulk modulus is nothing but compressibility. So then compressibility is less for solids than liquids than, so here, gases. When the bulk modulus is more, compressibility is less. So incompressibility of solids due to the particles, the atoms, interatomic molecules or interatomic forces between two atoms. Interatomic forces between two atoms is more than the atoms neighboring atom. So with an atom is coupling with more force in solids. So then it is consist less compressibility. So here, so for example, this is solid. The solid is consist, so it is less compressibility. So because the atoms are is closer to the another atom, then it is consist less compressibility. For liquids, so here the atoms are coupling with large distance. So then it have intermediate compressibility. It is greater than solids and less than with gases. And air, so this is solid, this is liquid, and this is gas. For gas, the particles, atoms are large distance. Okay, so then compressibility is more. Compressibility of solids is less than compressibility of liquids is less than compressibility of gases. So this is the relation. And what is about bulk modulus? Bulk modulus of solids is more, bulk modulus of liquids is less, bulk modulus of gases. Okay, so this is about bulk modulus. In chart, the bulk modulus is given for solids and liquids and gases.